The beautiful Zoe Louisa there with Tangle, and because we do see a lot of Zoe up here in the Moreton Bay region, so that's really nice too.
Someone we don't see of in the Moreton Bay region, only because they're just living it up in
they're only just over there
in beautiful Western Australia. They're taking a scenic drive each morning from Perth to Broome. Doesn't sound that far, does it?
No, it doesn't take me.
You've got no idea.
It doesn't take me long to get from the bedroom to the Broome.
We have no idea over on the east coast how far it is. That the one side of Australia is all of Western Australia. But we're going to catch up with Gary Lowe from Renegade, and he joins us now. G'day, Gary. How you going?
Good. How are you?
Mate, last time we thought you guys had this song Legless and Dateless. Now, I'm fairly certain you guys were gloating that you were hanging out the front of a location at Broome just waiting for the show to roll around.
Yeah, well, that was pretty much it. We were up in Broome doing a couple of shows up there. The weather was great. Beautiful. Yeah, I remember I talked to you. It was we were doing a sound check at the time.
That's right. It's because it's 2 hours behind, so it's 25 past 5 or 27 past 5 over there in Western Australia at the moment.
Yes, it's 2 hours, and that confuses everybody.
It sure does. Hey, Gary, last time we spoke, we were sort of saying, we want you guys over this side of Australia, and because we haven't had you over yet, so I thought, that's it, I'm going to start sending people over there. So I sent a girlfriend of mine over there, Joanne Matheson. She's I think she does like paramedic-y, ambulance-y sort of stuff over there, and she was working way out there, and she rang me, and she said, what's the name of those guys again? I said, it's Renegade. Anyway, she caught up with you guys, and she said it was the best night. So, and she's a big country music fan over here on this side of Australia. So, so well done there. So she was really pleased and got your EPs and all this sort of stuff. So she was really happy.
Oh, good. Yeah, that's fantastic. It's a long way over for people to see us. I know that. We're trying to solve that problem as we speak.
We just recently, earlier on in the previous hour, caught up with Daryl Kirkup from CRS Publicity, and he was giving Moondine Joe a big rap and telling us a little bit of background. But he said, I won't take away Gary's thunder. He said, so might tell us a little bit about Moondine Joe.
Moondine Joe, yeah. We had our own little bush ranger over here as well, pretty legendary, Moondine Joe, and he was sent out here, he was born in 1828, back in the United Kingdom, and of course he got into trouble, was sent over to Australia, ended up in Freo, and started in the jail there. So he certainly did his time, and then he became famous because he was basically just living off the land, stealing horses and cattle. And then when they did catch up with him, they'd throw him in a jail and he would escape. They couldn't keep him in. He was a real rascal at getting out. So he sort of became a legend. And finally he was found just wandering around in the bush on his own. And he used to wear possum skin shoes. And he'd lost his mind by the end. And they just sort of put him in a retirement village.
So when they caught up with him, he was legless and dateless, and he said, you know what, it doesn't matter, take me home, I'm Moondine Joan. How good was that?
Very nicely done.
I like that. I just couldn't get the fly to you in there because he probably came out by ship.
Yeah, that's right, he did. Yeah, long trip too. But, he was a very colourful character, so we thought, we just wanted to write about him and tell the rest of Australia what we've had over here. And he's a pretty unique character.
Now, Gary, you snuck in a little bit of a teaser at the beginning of the interview there when we were talking about, left and right side of Australia and that, and you said you're sort of working on coming over this side. What's going on there?
Well, we're looking at hopefully getting to the Tamworth Festival this year or next year. Yeah, we're working on that. We might be able to get there for the second part of the second week of Tamworth. But, again, it's really hard from this side of the world because we've got airfares and equipment to get over and cars to get, and so it's a pretty hard exercise to do for the West, people from the West. It's not easy, but we're working on it, and hopefully, we will get there.
We caught up with Johnny Taylor from your neck of the woods over at the Broadbeach Music Festival, and he did the, I don't know how, I think it'd send me nuts driving that far. But he did the drive from Western Australia to Broadbeach and right across. Yeah, Yeah, he decked out the van and did all the stops along the way, and Johnny was really looking forward to it. But I think he's back home now.
Yeah, I wonder how often he'll want to do that.
Yeah, I don't think it'll happen again. I don't think it'll happen again. I don't think. But we think back to the early days of country music in Australia and Slim Dusty, getting everyone along and putting up the caravan and hooking off. But fortunately, it's not that sort of thing we do. But at the end of the day, there's still the expense of getting a band around and you've still got to make it viable, don't you?
Exactly. We're a professional band over here in WA. We work, 3 to 4 nights a week doing corporate shows and, rodeos for all the mining companies and all the towns. We do a lot of work, but, here we can fly up in 2 hours and the gig's great, and we just stay overnight and fly back. It's nice and easy. Or we drive if they're a bit shorter. But getting over to the other side, it's a fairly hard exercise.
Yeah, no doubt. The tyranny of distance, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the challenge that's in music. If you want to get your music out there and keep playing, you've got to try and make the hard yards, and hopefully they pay off.
We're giving it plenty of spins over this side anyway, so we're doing a little bit for you.
That's excellent. Every CD we sell, then that will help us get a bit more money to get over there.
That's the way.
What about the economy in Western Australia? We hear all about the downturn in the mining industry and so forth. Is it still booming as far as you're concerned? Is still getting all the work?
Yes, it's a byproduct of the whole thing that we've picked up work out of it, because there's a whole relations situation has to go on with the towns that they're close to and all that. So there's a lot of they'll put on a lot of days where the town and the mining people get together, so we'll go up and play for those. Or the rodeo circuit comes to town, it will go to where all the main mining camps are, and Panamonica is an example of that. So we're going up there in a couple of weeks to play the rodeo there, and you'll have 3,000 people at this thing. And they just, miners, the cowboys, everything. So it has created something for us. But I don't think it's changed. Since it's had its boom, I think it's still just going along nice and easy.
Now, you talk about the shows that you're doing there and, the rodeos and that, and you seem to do a lot of high-energy shows. Do you ever get a chance to sit down and do a bit of, songwriters in the rounds and do a little bit of acoustic stuff at any stages as well?
Yeah, Kevin and myself, he's the singer and the guitarist. We do a fair bit of that as well in between the band gigs. We'll go out and work as a duo and play our songs out there. Again, we have to sort of do a cross-section, and that's, part of, they want to hear stuff they know, and then they're quite happy to hear our own songs amongst that. So, yeah, we do that, and it's pretty good. I like doing that.
Yeah, I think most songwriters and singers like to do that at some stage.
Well, I think it's a more personal way of connecting with your own song. You haven't got all the instruments around you, and you've really got to just get the guts of the song out there nicely.
And I think as a listener as well, and someone that goes along and watches bands and that, we want to be entertained. We want to, at the end of the week, and especially out there if we're doing the mining, we want to forget everything out there and we just want to party. But there are those times where you say, let's just sit back and listen, and we actually really get to know, I suppose, the person behind the band, the person that's out there. He's not just up there giving us the good beat and getting us going and keeping our spirits high, but there's actually someone behind there, and that's what we love when we can get them. So I'm pleased that you've got that opportunity to do both sides of, the spectrum. Yes,
well, we've often thought that Kevin and I might head off on a promotional tour over there first, over East, and try and that's a lot more viable for us to do if the two of us just go and do some shows. But, again, it's a hard thing, but it's what we do. That's what we are. We're a slave to our music, as they say. But it's great. I wouldn't be doing anything else.
Well, under the rules of 2013 on Tracy and the Big D show, if you've appeared on the show more than once, you're obliged to answer the 4 questions. So here we go.
Here we go.
Question number 1: your favourite footy team of any code?
St Kilda.
How does that go over in Western Australia?
Yeah, not too well. Not too well. I'm on the adder.
So last week when West Coast played Fremantle, you're in the middle of it going, go the Saints.
Yes, exactly.
All right.
hoping they both lose, yeah.
Favourite food?
Dim Sims. Can't get enough of them. Yeah.
Oh, I love dim sims.
Yeah, you still get the big ones out there or just the little ones?
Just the normal size ones, but they remind me of being a kid.
Yep.
My mum used to just buy me a few of these when we go shopping, and that flavour, every time I bite one, I think of that.
Oh, a song you wish you had have written?
Oh, yeah, probably Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh, yes.
Yes, that's it. You won me for that one.
Brilliant.
I wish I had written that.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the song that we get asked to play the most is Sweet Home Alabama. And if I had written that, boy, I'd be rich now.
Yeah, I reckon. And the final question is, what piece of advice would you give to the 13-year-old Gary Lowe?
Come on, no thinking, just straight out.
Close your mouth a little bit and stop being so cheeky. I think I pushed the boundaries a bit.
Gary, it's been brilliant to catch up with you. Good luck with everything that's happening. We every time we know someone's heading over to Western Australia, we say if you get a chance, catch up with Renegade. They're a fantastic band and do that. And we will also keep that on our agenda if we ever head over to the beautiful West.
Yep.
Great. Can I get a plug in on our website?
Please.
Yes. www.renegadewa.com.au.
Brilliant. And if anyone wants to get hold of your music, they can get it there too?
Just go straight there and we'll sort it all out for you.